Yeah, what's up? What's up? What's up? You know, it's your I.O.W. Sports Show, episode 196. Of course, because we are ran by two Negroes, we are running on CP time, but it's okay. We here. We here though. It's your boy Walker.
Somebody had the BGs. I ain't gonna mention no names.
Yeah, Detroit Mail got a old shitty boo boo ass and Anyway, it's your boy Walker Amar. We got shitty boo boo Detroit Mail, I.O.W. Sports. The other shitty boo boo motherfucker, the light skinned color couldn't make it. I think he's getting his butt plugged or something. I don't know. But no, y'all know the deal. Y'all going over to all our.
You got a new job, a turkey masturbator.
Turkey. But y'all know the deal. Y'all going over to I.O.W. Sports Network, whether it's on the Facebook, Instagram, and of course, most importantly, the YouTube, when you can, like, share, subscribe, take a look at all the content we got going on, and spread the word. Spread the word of the movement we got going on here at I.O.W. Sports Network.
Right.
And then you can always catch us on Twitter at I.O.W. Sports 1. Now that we got that out the way, we got a special guest with us. He's going to hang with us for probably 20 to 25 minutes as we discuss a little NBA basketball. And without further ado, you've seen him on the show plenty of times. I think we got to get a Saints logo, kind of cover the Jets and the Detroit Lions logo a little bit, and make them officially a part of the team. Especially cover that Detroit Lions logo. I mean, the way
that's right.
Without further ado, the one and only Boney Holman. What's up, pimp?
What up, Boney?
What's up? Yeah, like Stephen A. Smith before he got real big, he used to just come in and do the basketball stuff. That's me. You can call me Stephen A. Nigga Smith.
Stephen A. Boney.
I'm the black version of Stephen A. Smith.
Well, look, we're gonna get straight to it. So here's the deal. This is why Boney's here, is because we need the legit a true reaction of the bullshit that is going on in LA. In a winnable situation yesterday, your boy.
What's good, James?
What's up, James?
Lil J on the track.
Lil J on the track. So let me set up a scenario. It's 102-101. Lakers got the ball. You see the time left. It's literally 32 seconds left. And this is what happened. A full play clock, pretty much. And this is what happened.
30 seconds remaining. Westbrook comes down, corks a jumper too strong. Rebound to Hart. It's remaining. Westbrook comes down, corks a jumper too strong. Rebound to Hart.
I think LeBron's body language says it all. If I was Russell, go ahead. Let Boney go ahead.
Boney, homie, what? Bro, obviously, I'm gonna say something as a Lakers fan. You a Lakers fan, but I'm gonna let you take a crack at this first because I want to make sure that we don't get canceled. So go ahead, man.
We can all talk as basketball fans about how fucking horrible that shit was. If that shit happened to me on NBA 2K23, I would stop being friends with that person. That's a video game, nigga.
Right.
Like it don't take a lot of IQ to know that that's not what you're supposed to do. Whether or not, even if you could shoot, because you can't shoot, nigga. But even if you could shoot, if you were Steph fucking Curry, that would not be the shot to take because you still want to burst some fucking clock.
Right.
He shot the shot with 18 seconds left on the clock, and by that time, the game clock, if you burn it down, you leave the Blazers with 15 seconds left. You got the lead. I can't explain this shit, man.
That's just one aspect. The other aspect is that you want somebody there who can rebound the ball in case you miss because you can't shoot, nigga.
Right. You ain't let your people get in place, man. They still coming down the court. And he shooting, he pulling up. I'm like, come on, bro.
The first quarter. And then on top of that, we were up by 8 points and they put him in.
Oh, Lord.
So we was up by 8. And the coach, who's the first Lakers coach, whose name I cannot remember readily.
Darvin Ham.
Yeah. Thank you. I never remember, and I'm still not going to remember this nigga name.
Remember Ham. Just remember Ham.
Ham.
He apparently the report is that he put him in to build up his confidence.
At the last minute, what the hell is that? How's that build his confidence?
Can we build up his confidence in another situation where the game ain't on the line?
You build confidence do it at the beginning of the game, not at the last second. That don't make sense.
Get the fucking win, man.
Right.
And we up by 8. It's all good. No, it's not. Bro, and like we're playing 4-on-6, man.
For real.
It's shit like it ain't even like it's certain shit that's like not even about how good you are skill wise, whether or not it's just like your IQ is just sabotaging. You know what I mean? I'm not taking Russell Westbrook.
I'm doing all I can to avoid Russell Westbrook.
I think Bryce Young would be my answer to that, but go ahead.
I would also say Bryce Young, but yeah. So like my entire thing is like, bro, you like it's like you're doing this shit on purpose at this point.
Yeah.
Are you that? In reality, it'd be better if you are doing it on purpose.
I was thinking the same thing, Boney, because look, remember when they was talking about he didn't come to the huddle. He gave that excuse. Oh, well, you know, I'll do my regular ritual thing. You know, the first time he said he was talking to the coach.
Hey, hold on. Did you see this nigga's name?
Yeah, I saw it. I was trying to ignore it.
I just saw it. I was like, what the hell? Carry on, man.
so then he gets the excuse, oh, well, you know, I got my regular routine I'm doing. So if you take that, it's like, okay, we give you that. And then you come to this play, like you do it on purpose. You add it all together, all the evidence together, it's like, man, you doing this on purpose, bro. You know, what excuse you got for this one now? You have a chance to win the game. You shoot the ball for your team, get down there. So if you miss, which we know you are, there's no one to get the rebound. How does that make sense? In any scenario, how does that make sense? How it makes sense you have the ball to shoot the last shot?
Well, I'm not mad that he has the ball. I'm not.
Come on, Lamar.
No.
To shoot the last shot?
No. Hear me out.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not mad that Russell has the ball. If you bring it up, cool. But to take that shot in that situation with 18 seconds left on the play clock, probably about 30 seconds left on the game clock, and you up by 1, what are you doing taking that shot so early in the play clock? Look, I know it's all jokes and everything on Boney saying he can't shoot, but no, you really can't shoot.
Right. Serious.
No. You really can't shoot. You not a shooter. Russell Westbrook's game has always been about getting to the cup, getting to the rim. That was at least a 15-footer. I'm not trusting you with that shot. I'm not. And
open for a reason.
Right.
Bruh. And there's reason exactly. Right. There's a reason why you open. There's a reason why you was left open.
He shot the ball and nigga. It's like as soon as he went up for the jumper, nigga went back to get the rebound. He didn't put his hands up on anything. He literally turned around for the rebound. It's the opposite of Steph Curry shooting his jumper.
Hey, Anthony, boy, that's a tough question. Boy, at this point, I let Ben Simmons shoot it.
I let Ben shoot it.
It's Westbrook. Westbrook is who I want to shoot the ball. Because both of them have the same chance of making it, but at least I feel like Westbrook is shooting that bitch with as much confidence as possible.
True. I can agree with that. But here's my thing. And I know y'all saying that he might have did it on purpose, but here's my thing. I think he has a more of an attitude like, I don't give a damn what the Lakers do. I get $47 million this year. I don't give a damn what they do. Yeah, I know I'm on the team, but I get 47. Well, yeah, I'm agreeing with y'all, but I'm saying like I said is I don't give a fuck what happens with the Lakers. I get $47 million.
And to backpedal something too, I wanted to throw out there that I don't think he should be bringing the ball up the court either. Like Mel said, it don't make any sense. He's the worst decision maker on the court at that point in time.
Right. It's been times when he brought the ball up and lost the ball. It's been times, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like when the Lakers had Shaq and it's toward the end of the game, they're gonna do the hacker Shaq. Take him out. Same thing with Russ. It's getting toward the end of the game. Come on, Russ, come on out. You know what I'm saying?
He need to
Not,
have a
not go
four.
in.
Right, right. For
But
real.
here's what's killing me about Darvin Ham. If your reason for putting him in is to build his confidence, we can't find any other opportunity in the game
You
to
3
build his
quarters too late.
confidence?
You 3 quarters too late.
Build his confidence with the second unit, like you was talking about. You was gonna do.
Right.
Let him be the man on the second unit.
There you go.
But if LeBron in the game, that nigga's not supposed to be ball handling for real.
Shouldn't touch it
At all.
When LeBron's your best point guard, which is sad to say that he's your best point guard, but what is Russ? What are you touching the ball for? Matter of fact, you should be a decoy. You should be make space. Get the hell out of the way.
But I mean, LeBron's body language told the whole thing. He looked like, come on, bro. The fuck? His whole body language.
He tried to hide it at the end when they did the little press conference.
Right.
Yeah, he did. He did.
But I mean, it wasn't no way he's gonna hide it in game because.
Right, I agree with you, Ant.
What the fuck?
Right. You can't hide that, bro. I seen that clear. He was like, man, what is he doing? What's this nigga doing?
Hey, Ant, boy, I love your comment because the crazy thing is you're stuck at this. You're stuck in this situation. Why would you put him in the game? Look, he's going to give you effort. Is he going to play defense? Look. I didn't say that effort is going to equate to winning.
Like his effort is detrimental at times, like last night,
right,
or yesterday.
But I'm also looking at look. How much is LeBron supposed to do at 38 years old? How much is he supposed to do?
More.
How? With what?
How Westbrook do less?
I mean, more is Westbrook less.
I mean, my man is averaging already 27.3 points a game, 11 boards, seven assists.
What's he shooting like from three?
Look, all right, so let me backtrack. Okay. As a whole, the Lakers are taking I think I saw that they're seventh in the NBA of 3-point attempts, but they're dead last in making them.
Wow.
So I think and I guess we got to remember where Darvin Ham comes from. He comes from Milwaukee. What have we always said about Milwaukee? They're a boom or bust team that likes to shoot the three, and they'll live and die by it. But
they have people that can do it.
That's my point.
So it's like
where's your shooters at?
You have to.
Where's your shooters at in LA? That are proficient at 3-point shooting. Where's your shooters at? Name one, and I shut up. Oh yeah, they in Compton, they in Watts.
Yeah, that's where the shooters at.
They in LBC. That's where the shooters at.
Somebody just showed that we got rid of our top 5 3-point shooters last year.
KCP was a good shooter, no longer on the team. You know, and I'm not saying KCP's damn Steph Curry, but hell, he could have done a lot better than what the hell we doing what we got right now on the roster.
Better than Russell Westbrook.
I'm just saying.
Carmelo all the opportunities to get Westbrook.
Hey, I think Carmelo would have had a better chance of making it Westbrook.
Give Carmelo all the opportunities you gave Westbrook, and we've been better off.
And you didn't bring Carmelo back.
Yeah, I don't understand none of the decisions they making, man. The Lakers, the last 3-4 years, I don't understand none of the decisions they making. It doesn't make any sense. You got rid of all your young talent. That's your future. You bring in all these. Go ahead.
Anthony Davis, 20% from 3. This shit is laughable, bro. LeBron James is 25. Okay, 26% from 3.
Why is he shooting it?
Like this shit is getting pathetic.
Man,
Russell Westbrook is 8.3% from 3, bro.
Call Bobby.
That's close to 0.
But not only that, he's shooting 30% from the field. Period. That's terrible shooting.
Yep.
Hey, you taking the last shot.
I don't even know how to even really
What's up, Matt?
Even make it a actual plan to say, hey, we gonna the Lakers gonna turn it around.
Wait, put that back up. I don't know if Nick's watching or not. Nick, if you out there, find love in your town today, nigga.
69mega.com.
What's up, MJ?
What's up, Matt?
I don't know. I have no idea. I think that, to me, the answer is what Ant was saying. It's okay if we sit him on the bench. It's okay if we put him and send him home. Just let him get his money, because obviously y'all ain't been caring about the money.
Right.
What do you have to lose? You can't be more than 0 for 3.
Right.
I mean, you can't lose more than you lost.
I agree.
To me, I think they're at the point where it's such a you're at the very rock bottom. Like you said, Bodie, it can't get no worse.
But you know what? We not mentioned either. This really speaks to the bad coaching job that Darvin Ham was doing. It's not looking good for him. This don't look good for him starting out. The fact that you put this man in, you know what I'm saying, at the time you put him in and let the ball get in his hand, you should be, oh no, you don't touch the ball.
He is way more at fault than what Russell Westbrook is. If I leave pills out in my house and my kids get overdose, I can't say it's their fault.
Right. You can't.
They kids, they gonna go eat the fucking pills like they can because I left them there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, that makes you a bad pappy.
But and Patrick, right? Patrick Beverly is never on the team for points. That's not what he's there for.
Oh, that's not his job.
That's not his job.
We're cool with that.
Look, say what you want about Patrick Beverly's offensive skills. Once he came over to LA, I'm like, all right, he's there for defense, and he's there to be an antagonizer. He's there to be a cheerleader, emotional crowd war leader.
He's there to teach LeBron how to win.
Right, there you go.
I never once thought that Patrick Beverly was going to come and our offense is going to skyrocket. No.
Mm-hmm.
that ain't what he there for.
That's why he's not there for that.
But let's move on from the Lakers. What team right now y'all think is kind of one of the surprising teams that, I know it's still early, but you like got my eyes on that team. They not looking too bad. They not looking too shabby.
Yeah. With all the pieces they lost.
Utah.
Or all the young talent they got back in the trades and draft picks.
Like, I'm watching them win, but like I'm not even paying attention to. I'm like, wait, they ain't lost the game yet. They 3-0 somehow.
Right.
Yeah. That's fair. That's definitely fair.
I can go with that.
Yeah, New Orleans. I was gonna say New Orleans. Like Ant said.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Pelicans look good. Ingram is finally doing is known what he's been doing what people thought he was going to do the moment he got away from LeBron, which is flourish.
Mm-hmm.
And he is. I think the only caveat I'm only looking at with Pelicans, I'm like, is how long is it going to last with Zion?
He got hurt the other day.
Yep.
That's the only. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Is when
you ready for the other shoe to turn a little bit. You ready for it to roll.
Because I'm thinking like it's only a matter of time.
Well, I expect that though, Ant, for Booker to play great. That's not a surprise to me.
Yeah.
There's no shock there.
Yeah, it's not a surprise to me.
I expect him to be better than last year.
Oh yeah.
He ain't prime yet.
Right.
Now I know there's a team that went to the finals and doing good, but I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting for the Celtics to, without Ime Udoka, to just feel like it's
Udoka. You saying Dookie or something? You did it earlier.
You definitely said Dookie.
Dookie.
You said Dookie, but you said bougie. Dookie.
I got a
Dookie.
I had to thumb out, had a little pinky out. I got Dookie.
Excuse me, I had to Dookie. Ime Udoka.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
you gotta get your African right now.
I know. I got to get
Yeah,
my
you look like
Nigerian
you're from
names
Uganda.
I mean, you kind of ugly.
I was just saying, like you should be having a shield in the bowl of your nose. I'm just saying.
Hey, when you two yellow niggas understand that y'all bruise easily, y'all bruise hella easily.
Hey, we from North Africa.
Right?
I'm not yellow either, though, bro.
That's light
If I
skinned
take
nigga, bro. You
If
from
I take
deep in
paper
the
bag
jungle.
test, I'm the paper bag.
You from deep in the jungle. You got a lion as your pet.
From my country, we run from lions.
Yeah, you definitely look like a hunter gatherer.
Yo, this is what we doing.
But yeah, that Luka needs to be tripled. What
Right.
else you gonna do?
He's a score machine, just defense. You know, liability.
Luka's guys gift to white basketball.
Right.
There is
Hey,
hope
man,
for us.
like every decade, they send out a white guy to kind of shake things up. You had Bird, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
but
you
Bird
got-
was a cold-blooded
They
motherfucker.
ain't really had none in the 90s or 2000s. Not to this.
Well, you know, white folks had a drought.
I mean,
Now they got
2000, they tried to make it be Nash, but Nash ain't like that.
Now Nash ain't about
Okay,
that life.
Dirk was a little hope for him.
Oh yeah, you got Dirk.
Dirk was a
Dirk.
little hope for
Yeah, yeah,
Dirk.
him. Dirk was a little hope for him.
yeah, yeah.
But here's the deal: the reason why you're going to triple team Luke is because guess what? We already know he's gonna keep the ball.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it last week. When is Jason Kidd going to put Luka in? Hey, play basketball my way. I'm tired of this Luka ball. At what point do you say, "Hey, man, enough of this Luka ball"? You can't be the primary ball handler, assistant, passer, scorer. You can't do it all with the
Pass out
basketball.
the Gatorade.
I feel like this is
everything.
racist because ain't nobody ever say it's about LeBron.
Oh no, I said it about LeBron.
We not finna get in here and be racist towards white people.
only when Nick's here.
But no,
It feels like the same scenario with LeBron though. Like, who
It
the
is.
fuck is he gonna pass it to? He tried doing some passing shit, like you know what I mean, when he had the unicorn out there.
I think Dallas got some players he can pass to compared to the Lakers, man.
I mean, I'm talking about the Cavs.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Cavs.
Well,
There you go.
First thing I
But
think.
that screen name is an oxymoron. There's no such thing as a proud Jets fan.
Hey,
What's up, Nick?
they 5-2, so they feeling themselves right now. So, but no, I'm not gonna sit here and deny Luka's talent because obviously,
No. Yeah.
he's a great show, but his deficiencies are too glaring. You're not playing defense. You're not getting your teammates involved enough, and of course I'm gonna expect triple team because who do we got to stop? I know who we got to stop, or better yet, let's go ahead. Better yet, just go ahead and you want the Luka show? All right, go ahead and score 50 points, but you're gonna lose by 30 because I didn't shut out the rest of your team.
Right.
Nobody else got a bucket on the stat sheet.
Or he just got to drop 80 then. I'm of the mindset that what Luka's doing is actually the smarter thing to do because like he's more equipped to score than the person he can pass the ball to. Not situation for situation. There are times where it's like, okay, Luka should have passed that shit. But for the most part, I mean, wasn't you a Kobe fan? Did you watch 2006?
Yeah.
You know, I'm of the mindset that this Mavs team is constructed like the Lakers in 2006.
For a Luka show, like it was a Kobe show.
Yeah, I mean, what else? It's on the point where it's like kind of like, what else do you want me to do? I'm trying to win the best way I know how. I don't believe in these niggas. You don't either. And I think that's also why I feel like Jason Kidd feels the same way.
Yeah, but Jason Kidd never played like that. So my thing is like, why are you allowing
Jason
it
Kidd,
as a coach?
no one would ever build a team like that for Jason Kidd because Jason Kidd couldn't have played like that.
Oh no,
You know
you're right. You're right. I'm
But-
just saying is you're talking about a guy that Jason Kidd that was always about finding the best option to score.
But Jason, that also goes back to the point like where I say like as far as how talent is set up. So for Jason Kidd's talent is Luka's talent would never be making players that much better. He can't be that guy. So, like Jason Kidd is that guy. Regardless, if you put Jason Kidd on the same team, everybody on the Mavs would be better. If you put Jason Kidd there, everybody on the Mavs would just be better because he would pass the ball better. He would make plays better that Luka can't really make. So Luka trying to get people involved would be more of a failure or a detriment than it would be for anyone else.
Right.
Never looked at it that way. That's a fair assessment.
I say this. I don't totally disagree with you, but at the same time, I still think his deficiencies won't allow them to win a championship. You can't be lazy on defense. You know, you can score all you want, but when it comes to the playoffs, it becomes a whole different game, whole different style of game, and you got to play some defense. You saw what happened last year.
100% true. That's 100% true. But as far as like getting his teammates involved, as far as on the offensive end, I mean, if they were going to win the championship, it would be with him playing that way.
Okay.
Him playing the other way wouldn't help them at all either. I don't think him playing that way will win the championship either. But I mean, like, I think this is their best chance. Definitely got the defensive shit. You got the defensive shit out of the way. He needs to do something about that. Nigga need to get off his ass.
Yeah, he just be. I mean,
like,
he be cherry picking.
He needs to fucking get out there and fucking try. It ain't even like a skill thing for him. To me,
he don't try. It's a lazy thing. That's what. Yep, that's it right there. I see. So his opponent be down the field. I mean, down the court. He be just getting crossing half court. I'd be like, dang, come on, bro.
Trying to conserve your energy for offense is not gonna fucking work. You gotta play.
Right. You gotta play.
And he's still not in shape for real.
No,
he look in shape because of how badly he was out of shape previously, but he's still not in shape. He needs to get in basketball. He needs to get some cardiovascular shit going on. He needs to get in basketball shape, and he needs to be able to play both sides of the fucking ball.
Right.
He just isn't on the defensive end. Patrick Beverly is not that good of a defender. He fucking tries his ass off because he know he trash.
Hey, you gotta make a deficiency some kind of way.
And you know what I mean? Like he's a great defender mostly because of effort.
Okay.
You know he trash. Here's another surprise. I'm looking at an 0-3 Sixers team. I mean, anything to really make it of the 0-3 Sixers start, or is it just?
I get it. I need some more time.
That's how I feel about them too. Same.
Yeah, I need some more time.
Okay.
I think they need some more time.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
I think they'll get hot like either. I'm not gonna say I think they'll get hot like towards the middle of the season, but like if they're gonna be good, it's gonna happen in the middle of the season. Not middle of the season, like December. You know what I mean? Like December-ish. They should have gelled, and whatever they're gonna be is what they're gonna be in December.
Right.
Okay, I'll look at it this way. Okay, losing to the Celtics opening game, you know,
not bad.
But I don't think that's a bad loss.
Right.
Losing to the Bucks by a bucket, I don't think that's a bad loss neither. But losing to the Spurs right now, I'm sorry, that's a bad loss. The Spurs ain't what Spurs are what we know about.
Right.
You know, I don't. Now that's a bad loss.
Indeed, he got his visa now. Don't play basketball.
I am American now. I am a citizen of USA. What is this basketball you speak of? So I mean, look, I'm almost with y'all, but at the same time, I'm looking like, you know, the Sixers are supposed to be one of those premier Eastern Conference teams. What are you doing losing to one of the lesser bottom tier Western Conference teams? You know,
it happens.
Well, yeah, it's gonna happen.
When the Lakers 3-peated, they lost to the Bulls 6 times. 0-6 against the Bulls during 3-peat. It happens. Kind of just happens.
Yeah. Okay, I'll concede that one. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it.
We don't. You might not be. I just feel like we don't really know yet.
Okay,
Yeah, I think they need more time,
that's
especially
fair.
with that team. You get more time.
Well, because one, you got to look at an actual regular season with James Harden and Joel Embiid playing together. What they probably played, 20 games, including playoffs last year, 20 plus.
Mhm.
So
That's a whole change too. That's not like I don't know. It's not like a simple add in. That's like your whole game plan got to change completely to
Right.
make this to maximize having these two guys on the same team. It changes for everybody. Everybody's style of play needs to change. Like not so much style of play, but you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No. I get exactly what you're trying to say because obviously you want to run the offense through Joel Embiid. That's your best offensive player right there. James Harden is, by name, wow, James Harden. But I'm not saying his skills are diminished, but he's not the same James Harden that we saw was putting on, easily scoring 50 points.
Right.
I wonder if he's not the same or else it's just the fact that he went to a system that's not the James Harden system. Because these niggas
He did a little bit of both.
Then Tony was just like, all right, whatever we got to do to get James Harden to 85 points is what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm. Really though, that's a D'Antoni system anyway. It's run and gun.
Yeah,
it's the basketball version of the West Coast offense.
Let the stars shine.
2 pointers, mid-range jumpers don't mean anything to us anymore. Shoot threes and lay the ball up.
Right. Live and die by the three. That's it.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's probably a combination of the two, but like just leaving them just leaving Houston in the first place, he was always going to be lesser. Kind of like somebody like when Dwight Howard left Stan Van.
Mm-hmm.
And Stan Van built the entire offense around Dwight Howard.
Right.
To the point where Dwight Howard seemed like he really was an offensive threat, even though all he could do was dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Had no jump shot. That's true.
Or moves. He just dunked. Dwight dunked. Like Hulk smash, Dwight dunk.
Dwight, all he did was dunk and chase Bussy. That's all he did.
Not the Bussy. Not the Bussy. He's a booty catcher.
That's it.
And the booty snatcher.
That's all I'm good at.
He said we can do this the easy way.
Right.
All way. Well, Bodie, homie, that's our time of basketball, man. You want to stick on the show or you want to call it?
No, I gotta go catch the post office.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man.
30 minutes.
Always appreciate you, Bodie, homie, man.
All right,
bro.
Black Intelligent Nick Varian out.
Always a pleasure to have Bodie, homie, on the show, man. But no, it's some maybe I don't, like I said, I don't think I want to overreact to some of the scenarios or situations going on.
He's surprised the Wizards beat the Bulls.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're looking at the Bulls, who was supposed to be one of the top Eastern Conference teams too, and so I could understand.
I mean, here's my thing, man. Here's what I say: when you're looking at certain teams, especially your elite teams, I think when and we add Brooklyn into it too. I think what you want, when it's early like this, I give them some leeway. I think when you're looking at the bottom echelon of the teams and they start off slow, it's a different look because like, okay, y'all still ain't, you know what I'm saying? Y'all are already the bottom echelon and y'all still not winning. So I think you look at them different. I look at those things different. I look at how they playing. You know what I'm saying? Was it like, okay, we might be out of shape. We ain't in basketball shape yet. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of comes as you go. Or was it a lot of missed shots? I mean, that could be nerves. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different things, a lot of different elements, moving parts to that. So I'm going to look at it. I'm going to analyze it a little different. You know what I'm saying? So if you look at Philly and, other teams like that or the Bulls, I'm going to kind of say, okay, give me 10, 15 games. That's a good sample size. Now see where you at. Now, if you like, you lost 13 of the 15 or 12 of the 15 or 10 of the 15, Now I think it's time. Okay, we need to kind of go to the drawing board, see what's going on. But that's a good sample size. Maybe 20 games, 15, 20 games, so somewhere around there. I think that's a good sample size because you didn't got because with NBA you playing a lot of games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so now,
82. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So now you can play a lot of games within a lot of days within. It's a lot of days within those 20 games. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? You might have played, 2 back-to-backs and stuff like that, So you kind of getting your legs and win. You played a while. We kind of see where you at. So I mean, I don't like a panic just yet on some teams.
Okay. All right. Well, and I see Matt's comment, and I think what it is that when you see certain things is, hell, is this going to be the trend? Is this going to be the
yeah, throw that one in, Matt, unless you're a Laker fan.
Yeah. Well, no,
now with the Lakers, here's the thing. It still comes by what I was saying. With the Lakers, starting 0-3 is different than if you went 1-3, 2-3.
Well, no. Let's just call it what it is.
Because I'm comparing. Because I'm also looking at what you did last year.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a continuation.
Yes.
Like versus Philly. Okay,
yes.
I see what you did last year, Philly. You ain't really lose nobody. So, Covington, you start off a slow, kind of look, okay, this is a slow start maybe with 2 or 3 games. With the Lakers, I'm looking at what you did last year, and now it's like, think you doing the same shit again? You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So I think it's a little different. It's a team-by-team basis. Let me say that. I guess the best way to put it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like literally, and I agree with everything that you said. When you look at the Lakers situation, you supposed to be better than what people were talking bad about you last year. You're not supposed to continue the same bullshit that got you talking on our show, that got people talking on the Fox FS1s and the ESPNs and the talking heads. You keep giving us the same ammunition that you did last year.
Right.
You keep giving us the same ammunition. And so that's why 3 games in, I'm like, bruh, this is getting pitiful. You're still doing the same shit.
And the Lakers too, I'm looking at the body language.
Oh, the body language. Everything.
I'm looking at, I count yesterday's shots 3, so like 3 incidents with Russ. It's kind of like, is I'm seeing dysfunction? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all that stuff. So it's not just I'm not just looking at the game, so to speak. I'm looking at all those different factors and looking like, okay, something ain't right in Lakerland.
Oh, it's completely wrong. And Darvin Ham has to be the coach to sit there and take all the brunt of it.
And part of it's on his shoulders because as a coach, when you in the pros, you in the NBA.
Yes.
It's different between when you're in college and high school. In high school and college, you are molding men. You are molding boys to be men. When you come to the pros, for the most part, you already men. You basically I won't say babysitting, so to speak, but you kind of negotiating things and you're moving chess pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, the skill for the most part is there. The understanding the fundamentals is for the most part is there. So now I need to see where to maximize your potential, maximize this potential, and how to make all that stuff gel together. Put you in situations that's gonna be beneficial for the team and beneficial for you as a player. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing a different kind of negotiating versus on your college level and your high school level. Because in high school level, you're doing a little bit of that, but you're also doing a little bit of teaching. You're also doing a little bit of character building and so forth and so forth. So I think it's a little different when you come to the pros. So you look at the Lakers and some of the things that's happening, some of that stuff still got to be on his shoulders. Like, okay, why first of all, you had an 8-point lead. You're doing that down to a 1-point lead. You still have an opportunity to win. Why you put Russ in the game?
Oh, Matt, you ain't gonna get no argument from me. If you're looking at basketball, as in just pure basketball, just about every team looks better than the Lakers right now.
Why are you putting Russ in the game? That's a coaching decision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But hold on. I as much as I want to put some blame on Darwin Ham, I also got to look at the construction and management of this team.
Oh yeah, that's part of it too.
This is not like I forgot the coach last year. The guy that what's his name?
Lakers coach.
Yeah, it's escaping me. Homeboy that was coaching last year, but Frank Vogel.
Yeah, Frank Vogel. Yeah.
Frank Vogel wasn't put in the best position either.
No, he wasn't.
Neither is Darvin Ham. And when you are strapped to a player like Russell Westbrook, when you're strapped to a team that has LeBron James on it, there's a certain level of, well, you're going to get a lot of attention and scrutiny just because of the fact you have LeBron on your team.
Okay.
But there's also the fact that because LeBron is impatient and doesn't like to play with young players, you're going to play with old veterans. You're going to play with guys that, once had a significant role or name on a team.
Right.
And so at this point, you're dealing with massive egos. You're dealing with guys who were the man. Now they ain't the man. They got to play a role. Now you got to deal with that part. How you going to manage that? I mean, you say what you want about Russell Westbrook, want to put him on the bench and not starting. You still got to manage his ego that's going to come with that. You're talking about a guy in Russell Westbrook that's a former MVP, a guy that was the man in OKC, the man in other places.
Yeah.
And so you got to manage that. You got to figure out how to make that part of the squad and be like, yo, bro, I know what you once were, but this is what I need you to be.
But you front. So you see, here's one way of getting around it. You front load him in the beginnings of the game. You know what I'm saying? So you give him a few times, you give him more time at the beginning. So that way, if you start if the game starts to go away, you call timeout, you can quote unquote rest him, put other players in and get your lead back. Then put them back in. You can do things like that. But when it comes to situational basketball, hold on, I got a play I'm gonna draw up. I need you to sit this one out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or, you gotta know how to just maneuver around certain things and say things without saying certain things.
Or pretty much, hey, bro, right at this point in time, you are a situational player and I need you in the right situation, and this ain't the right situation. Sometimes you got to be honest.
You got a different coach and still bad. I mean, part of that, it's not a bad thing.
It's not wrong. Some of that is not wrong. Some of that is not wrong.
I mean,
but like I was just saying, when you get LeBron on your team, it's happened since he was in Miami, when he went back to Cleveland, and when he came to LA. First thing that happened is you see movements of players who were young and young talent is quickly shipped. And in return, it's veteran players.
Man, look at that Cleveland team he had. We had all those players. We had J.R. Smith and all them people on the team.
Kyrie, Kevin
Love. I can't think who else was on that play. The one that was messing with the Kardashians. Tristan Thompson.
Tristan.
Yeah. So you had all them players. That's all he tried to do the same thing with LA. He tried to build them same type of players. Figure, hey, if I won with them, I can go ahead and do that. But what worked 5 years ago, the game is constantly changing. Game is constantly moving forward, constantly evolving. What worked 5-6 years ago may not work now.
Yeah.
And I think with LeBron, it's kind of like with Belichick. I said Belichick. Belichick looks like a genius until he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he has won so much, it's gonna buy him 2 or 3 bad years. Yeah. But after a while, you forgetting about the good years now. Those 3-4 years those 2 or 3 years were in the 4-5 years. Now you're looking at Belichick, hey, what's up? So it's kind of the same thing with LeBron. Yeah, you had success, and you won some champions. You went to a lot of championships and won a few.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of games.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna give you a little bit of benefit of the doubt, but after a while, now we looking at you like, what's good?
Yeah.
Success is good until you're not successful no more.
Hey, sir, say that again for the people in the back that couldn't hear you.
Success is good until you're not successful no more. Period. That's the way life goes, let alone sports. You know.
What have you done for me lately?
That's a lesson for all you young bucks. Get out your pen and pad.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put in your iPhone notes.
What have you done for me lately?
Take this down.
Ooh,
Hey,
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna spit this game for free.
Go ahead and bless the cash app.
Right.
Cash out.
Gotta hit the cash app.
Get that cash out, nigga. This ain't free game. Drop something in the bucket.
Yeah. But let's switch gears because we have a World Series that is set up that is going to start on Friday.
Oh, bro.
What side of this coin you want to flip? You want to look at the NL side of the NLCS getting finished or the ALCS?
Go ahead.
I don't know. Which one? Which one you feel like leads?
I mean, both sides is actually intriguing. I mean, don't quit your day. Because you look at the Phillies, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I didn't see them in the playoffs.
Me neither.
They wasn't in my conversation when I was naming teams.
Well, they a little bit on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now.
I named every team that was in there except for them.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know who's gonna be. I said maybe the Mariners. I don't know. Or maybe there's others. I don't know. I couldn't tell you who's gonna be that final team. And then they got in. I said, okay, they could be a quick exit. Yeah. They won one series. I was like, oh shit, they looking good. You know, and then they just start picking up momentum and they not in the World Series, man. I mean, I think on that side, they are a better story.
Yeah.
Because you go to the American League side, the story is more about the Yankees than it is about the Astros.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we expect the Astros to do this.
Yeah.
You know, and so I mean, from the beginning of the season, you're looking at Astros the favorite.
Yeah.
You won't look at the Phillies like that.
No, not even.
And then when they got rid of Gerard, you really looking like, no, this might be over with. You know, you lose your manager. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I'm not taking up from Matt, but I'm just saying when you really look at it,
nobody expected this.
Nobody's expecting the Phillies to be where they are.
No, not even.
Unless you lived in Pennsylvania.
And I got to be honest.
Unless you lived in the Philadelphia area. People lived in Pittsburgh. The Pirates weren't thinking that.
Yeah. but here's my thing. I'm looking at, and I agree with Matt's comment. Phillies invested a lot of money. You see JT Realmuto, who quite arguably is probably the best catcher in the game right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, they went and got him. Obviously, you spend a boatload of money on Bryce Harper, and it's finally paying off. You know, he's healthy.
Yeah.
And hell, the man hit 400, and I think he's hitting like 400 in the playoffs right now.
Right, because Bryce was who was it? It's three of them. Harper, Harper, Hoskins.
Yeah, Rice Hoskins.
It was like three of them that was there doing like some of their epic fails. You know what I'm saying? When they first got them, and they kind of went through where they had the September collapses.
Yeah, Gene Segura. I mean, look, I think it was game 3 or 4 where he had the bad. He was making errors, and then next you know, later in the game, he's making a clutch double play, and then he's getting clutch singles. Yeah, Nick Castellanos. Yeah,
that's what. Yeah. Thanks, man. I knew Matt would know.
It's literally you seeing it all finally come together, especially, and it starts with Bryce Harper. I look, say what you want. I think Bryce Harper was the obviously the money you pay for him. You're expecting MVP play for him every year, and you know it's okay to have MVP play, but we really need you to show up in the playoffs and say what you want. Bryce Harper has showed up this playoffs, had a great NLCS. Like I said, I think the guy was batting like 400. And you lead this team of a whole bunch of guys that nobody thought, like Matt said, nobody saw this coming.
And
So
now they're the crowd favorite. You know, for
uh,
those, well, I'm saying like
crowd favorite, yes.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. They're the ones that who are not true baseball fans. People who kind of just because we got some people just watch just the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, so when they see the Phillies, they'll latch on to that because of the story, because of the narrative.
Because they're not there on a regular.
They're the Cinderella team. They're the
Yeah.
ones that nobody expected to be there, and
Yes.
everybody counted them out. So,
Yes.
you know, where the Astros, well, we expect this from the Astros.
Yeah, and let's talk about this situation from the Astros point of view. Is because you look at the Astros, who we've all said how we felt about this situation in 2017, and the you'll never forget. But at the same time, I mean, they're consistently deep in the playoffs.
True.
So at one point, do we say, hey, as fans, like, I know we still think about it and kind of joke about it, but at some point, do we say, hey, we got to let this shit go? Like, maybe they just that damn good.
Yeah.
At what point do we get to that point? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe after this year if they win it.
Oh, they got to win it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's fair. But at the same time, when you're constantly,
I think having Dusty Baker helps.
Oh, having Dusty Baker helps big time. But I'm just saying, like,
well, what I mean by that is like he's not known for cheating.
Yes.
So I'm saying, and so having him there, if you win it with Dusty Baker, people might not be looking at you with that side eye, because it's Dusty Baker. He's not known for that.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good manager. He's not known for doing that type of stuff. So we might not side eye you if you win it.
That's actually a good take, bro.
And I think that will help kind of alleviate some of that cheating stuff that they experienced from before. That's
a good take. That's a good take, man. I guess I never really thought of it that way, is because, I obviously as a sports fan, the first thing I hear when I hear Houston Astros, cheaters.
Yeah.
Cheaters.
Yeah, you're right.
But since 2017, they is now 2022. It's like what they were. I think they were the third World Series appearance in the last 4 years or something like that. Matt, correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I know they went last year against the Braves,
right?
In Dusty's first year, and so the fact that they are consistently in the World Series appearance and you could
be right. Yeah, I mean, you gotta look at then like I think that's another thing that's not really getting talked about. We talk about the players, but nobody's really talking about Dusty like that. He got it there last year. You know what I'm saying? Now he's back again this year, looking like the odds-on favorite. And now I'm not automatically gonna crown him. I mean, my mind, I think they're the favorite, but the way the Phillies playing, they possibly could beat them. But I don't think it'd be a sweep.
No, and I
on either side.
No, on either side, and I got to give the Padres credit because I think they were game for that NLCS. It's just that the Phillies somehow made the clutch plays at the right times and got the last laugh.
And I also think, go ahead.
I thought that was a more even series than the ALCS.
And I also think too, man, that they were more geared towards we got to beat the Dodgers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got to beat the Dodgers. It's kind of like when you set your goal for a certain thing and you hit that goal, but you got other steps to make.
And it's like, what else?
You already got your World Series, you know what I'm saying? And so to speak. So I think it's kind of we got to beat, because the Dodgers was getting with them in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Dodgers was whooping up on the Padres all season.
It's like, man, these are little brothers. You know what I'm saying? Go sit down, little brother. And so for that part, it's like it felt good for them to get over that hump. And maybe they're still riding high on that, but you have more. I mean, I think it'd have been probably best for them to play them last.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. I mean, I ain't taking that away from Philly either. Philly played great baseball, man. I mean, in a couple of games they came back.
Mm-hmm.
And so the Padres did all they could, and Phillies was just a better team.
Yeah,
And that's what happens. Sometimes you just in baseball or in sports, period, you get hot at the right time.
and no disrespect to the Yankees and the Astros, I just thought that the more entertaining series was the Padres and the Phillies. I mean, they were playing some dramatic, entertaining baseball. The Phillies will go up, and then the Dodgers will come back. I mean, the Padres will come back, and then the Phillies will come back, and then the Padres come back, and then the Phillies will get the last laugh, and that's why they win 4-1. And so it was just a product of having the last laugh, and hell, we can easily be talking about the Padres right now in the World Series. Now, if you're looking at the ALCS, the Yankees bats went cold at the wrong time. Yeah, so Houston has been a 6 straight ALCS and 4 World Series appearances in the last. So at this point, we got to, as fans, I know we're not going to forget about the 2017 season and all of a sudden the cheating came out, but at some point we got to move past it and say, man, they're just that damn good.
Yeah,
they're just that damn good. And to your point, Matt, Mel, about Dusty Baker, who's not known to be a cheater of the game, has been around baseball for a long ass time.
Long time, man.
And you got to give Dusty Baker his credit and his due. He stepped into a situation where he was already being put on a team that was villainized because of what they did, and rightfully so. And he's got to find a way to, hey, I need you guys to stop looking at us for this situation, turn it around and look at us for just playing good baseball.
It's a great hire. It's a great hire for Houston if you think about it like this.
If you ask me, a franchise-saving hire.
Yeah, because you think about it like this. If you have bad PR and say you bring in another manager that has a bad reputation, that's gonna do anything to change your PR. It doesn't change your reputation. But then you bring in somebody who's known to have a good reputation, good for the game, good for the players, and then he wins on top of that. Now that changes the narrative about your team, your perception, all that. So I mean, I think it was a good hire for the Astros.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think 100%.
Okay, man.
I think it was a legit. I'm not gonna say it's the magnitude of like hiring like a Deion Sanders or Jackson State, but at the same time,
but it's different. That's a different situation too.
Different situation. Yeah, it is. But I'm saying like it has that much of an
different. Let me say it's a different impact.
Yes.
That's a different impact.
That's exactly. That's where I'm at.
Different impact.
But an impact that was needed and it was necessary.
Right.
In segue, speaking of Deion Sanders, I want people. I know we said a lot about Deion and Jackson State. I did see that 60 Minutes interview, and that was
okay. You did see it. Yeah, it was good.
That was good shit. But I don't know if people are paying attention. ESPN College Game Day is headed down to Jackson State next week.
Okay.
This upcoming Saturday, they will be in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State's homecoming against Southern. And ESPN Game Day will be in the house. If somebody refresh my memory, has College Game Day ESPN ever been to HBCU?
Maybe the Southern Classic, maybe, and I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, but if I see them going, they probably went to the Grambling and Southern game. If they went,
for my recollection, I don't think they ever have.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure. I'm just saying
if
they did. That's the only game I can see them going.
I don't know for sure.
But I say that's the only game I see them going.
Just like how they said in 60 Minutes, this is the Deion effect, baby.
Here's the thing, since we brought this up too. Here's another thing that Deion had kind of brought up, and I think it's being overlooked too. He brought up 2 points I think that's worth discussing. One, a lot of times these lower echelon teams go and play your Alabamas and your big school teams. I ain't gonna name teams because I can go down the line, but for money grabs, because sometimes you get that money and it help really pay for your program for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So they have to play them. So Deion had kind of brought up, I think Appalachian State wouldn't play somebody. I can't remember who it was. Who did they play? They got $700 and some $1,000.
Yeah.
You got some teams or lower teams that wouldn't play. They got 1.2, 1.5. He said, but then when teams like some of these HBCUs go play, they're getting 300, 200,000. They're getting a lot of money. He said, we need to change that because, why can't we get 1.5? We need to negotiate better than that. And then another aspect of that too is the TV rights. We need to negotiate better TV rights. A couple of times it was watching a game, and it looked like it was just like it was shot with an iPhone from one distance, and that was it. You didn't get the multi-camera view, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, and part of this is because of the president. He negotiated a deal with, I can't remember the name of the group, but it was it's like a version of a small little local cable company. I mean, it's not that. I'm saying there's like a version of that. So it wasn't a big ESPN. It wasn't a Fox.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the equipment. They didn't have the talent to do that. You know what I'm saying? And then he brought one more last point I think is really worth discussion. So if we do negotiate that kind of money, all that money should go to the football program because they earned it. And I think that right there is worth discussing. Whether it's right or not.
It's worth discussing, but I think at some point you do take the money that you make as a football program, and yes, I think you should immediately invest it in your program, but what's wrong with taking some of that money and making sure that the rest of the school is up to par? You know, if and I have no problem with Deion saying it's making money for the football program and the university at the same time. You can't. I think you can do two things at once. You know, I think you should be able to upgrade your football program, your facilities, your weight room, are you going to have all the amenities like an Alabama or a Clemson or a Texas? Probably not. But at least take care of the things and get the things that you need to help your program advance. But I think you should also be able and be mindful to say, hey, yeah, I know we are the catalyst of it, but let's take some of this money. Let's sprinkle it over. We need a new library. You know, let's upgrade our books. Let's upgrade other things.
Well, not even that though. And here's what I mean. I agree with everything he said until that, and that's kind of like I don't know about that with Deion because even with the PWIs, the football program and to some degree the basketball program
funds the whole school,
funds the whole sports program all together.
Yeah,
how many people is watching softball, baseball? You know, although you and I might like it, but as a whole, not a lot of people watching that. How many people watching college volleyball?
Or college hockey or
field
hockey or swimming,
field hockey or
track meets.
Now, some of them, and some of those programs
are damn good.
Not only that, but some of these kids get scholarships for that, and it's helping them pay for their education. So you have to look at it from that standpoint as a whole. That bring that money in, get your football program where it needs to be, but some of that program still need to go to the rest of the sports programs because they'll never achieve the kind of money that football will bring in.
No, it never
Football's
will.
king. That's just how it is. And basketball is right after it. So you have to, that's the only thing I disagree with when he said that. I agree with getting TV rights.
Yeah.
I agree with getting more money we playing like your Alabama. Because you got to think, and one thing he said, you got to think about this. If I'm preaching to you as a coach that we just as good as the rest of the Power 5, and then you go play a Power 5 team and get shellacked, that destroys your confidence. That destroys everything is about who you think you are. Because you think about, we all are in our own little containment, our own little bubble. You know what I'm saying? Wherever it is, if you just around your family and a few little friends, all you know is what you know in that little containment. You know what I'm saying? So same thing with these football programs. If I'm whooping up on HBCUs, I think I'm the Alabama HCU.
Mm-hmm.
I mean HBCU. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's who. Because I'm in that little containment now. And I go outside of that and realize, oh, I ain't nowhere near them. That kind of deflates you. And so now you coming back with not enough money for your program, and I gotta lift these kids back up. So I'm saying, so at least if you come, at least you have one of the things you need. You know, I got 1.5 mil. I can bring that back to school, and I can work on building these kids back up. But if you only have what you need, and you got to build them back up, that's kind of like, come on. So you know, I think it's more work. Yeah, it's more work.
And look, I think I'm with you on that. I've always been pro Deion in Jackson State, but you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the bigger picture on certain things because just like we said, the water polo team it will never make as much as the football or basketball team.
No,
it'll just never happen.
It just won't happen. I mean, it's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
that's not putting down a water polo team. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, Brad?
You're playing a sport that nobody's going to put above basketball.
Right, outside the Olympics, nobody's really watching it like that.
Yeah, and that's
not
how
it is.
Fault.
It's not your fault. It's what it is.
Yeah, you're just a product of the situation. It is what it is.
Right,
and you got to be understanding of it.
Right
now, and hell, and not saying that you could never have the light shine on you.
Right.
The light just won't be as bright as a football or basketball game. I'm sorry, that's just the reality of it.
You're a room light and football's a floodlight. That's how it is. For real. That's how it is.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, but 100% of what for majority of what Deion is doing, I'm always on board and with. Yeah, when I heard that part, I was like, oh, I don't know Deion. I don't know about that one, but you know, I think it goes back to what we said a week ago. He's the perfect salesman, perfect businessman, because he's looking at this as a business, and quite honestly, you know, like I said, this was his business model back when he was getting drafted back at Florida State, and he's just continuing his same business model now as a coach. It's been the same business model while he was a player, and now it's the same business model that he's doing as a coach. It's been the same business model, and so I don't want nobody to sit here and think that Deion Sanders is putting on a show and he's faking the form. No. This is Deion.
That's who he is.
This is who he is.
Right. I agree.
He's literally taking the persona of primetime to attract the eyes and bring in the money. But behind the scenes, he's being Deion Sanders, as in the guy that's wanting to help progress a program, progress and change a whole college football situation and scenario.
Right.
So, you know, if there's one thing that I will fight for on this topic is, please understand that this has been Deion Sanders from the jump. This has been primetime Sanders since back in the mid 80s at Florida State. And this is just on a different level, a little bit more amped up. And if you ask me, I think he was ahead of the curve of the social media curve that he probably didn't even know was coming back in the 80s.
Imagine Deion with social media back then.
Oh my God. Imagine primetime Deion Sanders with a Twitter account in 86.
Right.
In 87. Boy, I'm telling you, he would have changed the game back then. And the change that he had would have been quicker. It'd have been a lot more
and it'd be more of a global level.
Bruh. And so, you know, I know people are gonna, you know, they're gonna dissect everything that he does, everything that he says, and you know, there's gonna be people that like it and not like it, and that's just, you know, like we said about, that's just how I go.
How I go, man. How I go. But I mean, you know, you gotta tip your hat to him, and you know, and hope that this is a thing that he has sparked that'll continue to grow, you know, past him, because like he had mentioned too, you know, somebody offered him. From a Florida State or somewhere, a whole bunch of money, a Power 5, you know, he'd be a fool not to entertain it. And here's why I say to this.
But he was real about it.
But no, I'm saying, but here's what I say to this. If you tell me that this was your assignment from God,
Mm-hmm.
so then how you know that offer from the Power 5 is not a temptation from the devil?
Mm.
You got to entertain that too.
That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? Because trying to kick you, trying to kick you off your assignment. Think about this. If I'm hearing this and I'm a Power 5, and then I see a point where Dion or HBCUs are stealing a lot of recruits,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and offer this money so I can get him out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, because you already know what it is, bro. We tired of you changing the landscape.
Right. So you gotta think about that. Even if I was gonna entertain it, I wouldn't put that out there. That's just me.
Well.
I'm not faulting him. I'm not faulting him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not faulting him saying it. You know, him being real, that's cool. He being 100, that's cool. But I think this is sometimes here's where
we keeping it real, it goes wrong.
Keeping it real, right? You know, sometimes you gotta be like, I'm not gonna. I know what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna put that out there. So I want nobody to know that part. I'm thinking. That's just me, though. That's just me.
I understand that. I understand that completely. And trust me, I think you make valid points with that take. Is because you don't want to put that in the atmosphere, because these ADs, these athletic directors, are seeing the same 60 Minutes interview. And I'm like, oh, their ears perk up. And these same athletic directors are the same athletic directors that are noticing that you are making that kind of noise right now.
Right.
And they're going to say, well, how can I quiet the noise? You know, how can I quiet? Well, Anthony, I'm not so sure if that's legit or not. You know, I don't know if he's going to leave.
He's not right now. I don't think he's going right now. But like I said, he's not a threat right now.
Oh, no. I don't know, man. He's a threat right now.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
He's on the radar.
He's on the radar. Most definitely. But you're not a threat until you start taking multiple recruits.
Okay, I hear you.
So I'm saying now you become a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you take it from Alabama, you take it from LSU, you take it from Michigan, you take it from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
You take it from schools that normally get the first pick of the litter.
Yeah.
And now they go into Jackson State, or because of Deion, they're going to Tennessee State, or because of Deion, they're going to Grambling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you taking from them now, it's like, okay, now he's becoming a problem because we're not putting out the product that we normally put out.
Yeah.
The product is down here in the HBCUs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you shot like your history lesson, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, Florida, Brentwood, Maryland.
Tell them.
The Seneca and where it used to be Central Park.
Tell them.
I mean, I can go down the line. Whenever you look like you shining and you become a threat,
it gets taken away.
It gets taken away.
It gets taken away.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying he needs to heed to his own history.
Mm-hmm.
And say, hold on, let me kind of bag up and watch this and see what's going on. You know, and be aware of that, because they may offer it to you just to get you out of the way.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather have you with us than against us, because you're no longer a threat if you're working with us.
Oh yeah, you're an asset at this point. I'd rather have you as an asset than a adversary. Because
no matter how much I talk about Ohio State winning is still good for the Big Ten.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I like to see Michigan winning too, like that. But Ohio State winning is still good for the Big Ten. Ohio State and Michigan winning, Penn State winning is good for the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, for real. So it's like it's the same thing. If Deion goes to Florida State, you know what I'm saying? They go to Florida State. That's good for good for ACC.
Yeah, good for Florida State in general. They need a resurgence of their program.
Now I'm saying, but I'm just talking about for the whole entire conference. It's good for the conference. Even though he may not be in North Carolina, he may not be in Virginia, he may not be in Miami, he still is good for the ACC. Yeah. So it's kind of the same concept. If you become so much of a threat, all right, come on, let's bring him over here. You know what I'm saying? So they can go back to being where they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Afterthought, just the Southern Classic, and that's it. let their bands have their little battles and go about their business.
Do your battle of the band.
Eat their barbecue and collard greens and go about their business. You know what I'm saying?
Chitlins at a tailgate.
Right. say niggas, that fried chitlins.
but hey, and I agree 100% on what you're saying. I'm just of the belief and hope that Deion Sanders thought about that this situations and scenarios before he took the job. Because at some point he had to realize, like, hey, if I'm gonna do what I think I'm gonna do, at some point it is going to be a lot of hate and curves and curveballs and hurdles that people are going to try to deliberately throw in my way to take me off my optimal goal on why I'm here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had to put in his mind, like, hey, at some point I'm gonna shake the tree enough that somebody's going
to into the kitchen. You in the
kitchen.
You know,
eating up all the damn food, all the hog,
right?
All the collard greens. I like pig feet too.
Yeah, I like pig feet.
but you know, and just of the aura that I get from Deion, I'm pretty sure he had to think that eventually, if I do what I'm destined to do, or what I know that I'm capable of doing,
right.
You know, hey, there's going to be some motherfuckers that's going to want to knock me off this case and you know, want things back to, because what's the biggest saying? People don't like change. People are afraid of change. You know, you change up the game of what's been going on for the last 75 years in college football. A lot of people ain't ready for that change. A lot of people, they're not ready for that dynamic to it. And like we said before, HBCU's been putting out Hall of Famers, been putting out great talent. Why do you think PWIs got so dominant? Why do you think the Power 5 schools got so dominant?
They start purging from the HBCUs.
Start poaching from the HBCUs, and HBCUs have always felt that, hey, I can't do what Alabama and Clemson are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know and that was another point that I took from Deion. He said, I like the change in just the whole HBCU scene in general. See, back then they felt they couldn't compete and grab these top recruits, and they didn't even attempt. He said, not now. We're trying to get them. We're trying to recruit and compete with the top schools.
Right, man.
You know, I think that was a good telling of what Deion said, is the HBCUs weren't trying because they felt they couldn't get it in. And
when they look at what I got to offer, you know, think about that. They're probably looking at that, looking at my facilities.
Yeah,
I'm looking at what I got. What do I have to offer? You know what I'm saying? I can offer kinship. I can offer all that stuff. That's all well and good, but that's not a good sell when I'm looking at, you know, what LSU got, what Alabama got, what Michigan got, what, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at their facilities and what they got to offer, you know, what I got to offer. So you feel like I don't have enough to offer them to get them to come here. So now here comes Deion, you know, he takes, he gets, one of the things he did that was kind of smart. He brought sponsors in, had the sponsors build him a new athletic
Walmart built him a new field, man.
Right.
New field. He said the practice field was complete trash.
Right.
Got a sponsorship for Walmart. They gave him a grass field turf for practice.
He said he don't want to go to the NFL though, man.
No. He ain't going to the NFL.
He said he don't want to do the NFL.
He said I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Right.
He said I ain't trying to go to the NFL because I'm trying to get guys who make more money than me, trying to get them to listen to me, and if they don't listen, I'm gonna hurt somebody.
Right. I'm trying to stay out of jail.
I'm trying to stay out of jail.
Yeah.
But here's another thing that I think a lot of people are missing is I've heard a lot of us in Deion when he was talking, and that's why I have hope that he won't touch a Power 5.
Well, I'll say
at least
let you finish your point.
At least within, you know, until he feels his mission is complete, until he feels that the HBCUs are on the same map as a Power 5. So I don't know. I don't know if that's 10 years from now, 5 years from now. I don't know.
Whenever you feel like you have an assignment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever he feel like the assignment's from God. I can't tell him it's not. So, you know what I'm saying? He feel like that's his assignment. You stay until the assignment is finished.
Yeah.
I mean, Jonah had an assignment, and look what happened to Jonah. We can go down. Elijah had an assignment. Look what happened to Elijah. You know what I'm saying? We can go down the line of biblical characters who had an assignment and didn't follow their assignments.
Moses had an assignment.
Moses had an assignment.
Noah had an assignment.
Yeah. You know, you stay until the assignment is
complete.
And so if you
no matter how long that takes.
No matter how long it takes. You know what I'm saying? Moses never entered the promised land.
Mm-hmm.
He still had to do his assignment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to do, if you say this assignment is a divine assignment, you stay until that assignment is complete. So that means there's gonna be people trying to pull you away from your assignment. It's gonna be things that emotional things that might try to pull you away from your assignment. Whatever the case may be.
It's gonna be some underhand shit going on. There's gonna be some backstabbing and shit going on. There's gonna be
stay your course.
Stay your course. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Until that assignment is complete. So if he goes to, since Ant said Florida State, I just use Florida State as an example. So if you go to Florida State, I have a problem with that if the assignment is complete. Whatever that looks like. I can't tell you what it looks like. I can tell you what it don't look like. I can tell you what it looks like. To me, if you leave now, I don't think, and I can only talk about me, your assignment is complete. Because it's what do you say? Most of them make it to the promised land, but
oh gosh.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. You know, and you know, anytime you say someone has an assignment, it's really hard for you to really refute that because that's between him and what he believes.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah, 100%.
Go ahead.
Obviously, today's Monday. And, you know, week 7 of the NFL season concludes tonight. We got Patriots and Chicago Bears. I'm not excited for that matchup.
Yeah, I know that. I was going to get into that too, but he brought it up.
Yeah,
Ryan got benched.
Hell, we're right there. You know, one of the most disappointing teams that you can say so far in the Indianapolis Colts. Offense just ain't hitting. They just ain't hitting. You know, they're saying Matt Ryan has a grade 2 separated shoulder. They're saying that might play.
It ain't for throwing the ball.
But Matt Ryan is probably benched for the rest of the season. Good or right call.
I look, man. If you are not winning, you have to do some things to shake it up. I'm gonna say this about. I'm gonna bring this in, and I'm not trying to be Nick, because Nick does this a lot, but it kind of makes me think because it brought this to my mind. The Lions lost bad yesterday.
Yeah.
But I will say this. They went and made changes on defense, and the defense played better. It wasn't the defense that lost the game for the most part.
That fumble on the goal line didn't help.
Yeah, I ain't help at all. You know what I'm saying? But the defense played better. They made some radical changes. They changed the way Hutch lined up. You know, they added Pascal came and finally played. They did some other things radically different. They made sure they was hitting hard. You know, they jarred some balls loose. A whole lot of different things they changed.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Hutch was on Dak's ass yesterday.
Right. So I'll correlate that with the Matt Ryan thing. When it comes to you're just supposed to be what your savior, so to speak. Because hey, look, we got all the pieces in place. All we need is a quarterback. And he comes in, and you still not winning. Sometimes you got to shake things up.
Yeah.
And you put in Sam. What's the name? Ellinger.
Sam Ellinger. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sam Ellinger. You put him in and see what happens. What else you got to lose? You're not winning with the guy you got now.
Yeah.
What's this? 3 in a row they dropped?
Something like that.
Yeah. So you're not winning with him. Shake it up, man. You need to do something. Because now now it's like Matt Ryan jeopardizing my job. It was different. You jeopardizing your job.
Mm-hmm.
Now your lose started jeopardizing my job. I got to shake some things up.
I mean, because you really look at it, it's not like the Titans are being a world beater, you know. But I
don't know, Ant.
I don't know, and hear me out. Hear me out on these Giants takes. The Giants, they got a lot of decisions to make. You got to look at how, what are you going to do money wise with?
I agree with that.
With people like Daniel Jones. Obviously, you got to figure out what you're going to do with him money wise. You got to figure out what you got to do money wise with Saquon, who's having a breakout season so far. You got to figure out, you got other people on the opposite side of the ball. Dexter Lawrence, he's going to be looking for some money, and been a great defensive tackle. So, you got a lot of decisions to make money wise for the Giants, and you got to answer those first before you can figure out exactly the direction your team is going. But to the Colts, now go ahead.
I don't think I agree with you, but when it comes to Daniel Jones, I say try the market. What do you think you're gonna get?
You're not wrong, but at the same time,
because like you can always match it.
Yes, you can always match it.
If it's something, well, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is you look at we talked about coaching all the time. What we're seeing right now in Daniel Jones, and I'm not saying that he's fucking Joe Montana right now, but I can see a huge difference in Daniel Jones the previous 4 seasons without Brian Daboll. Without Brian Daboll, and what I'm seeing right now with Brian Daboll. So it's not like you can look. I'm not saying the Giants are going to win a Super Bowl. I'm not saying they're going to even make it to the NFC Championship. But what I can say is you see the same effect that he had with Josh Allen, as in he helped his progression.
Right.
I know we've already lost 3-4 seasons of Daniel Jones. We can't do what happened with him when he was with Joe Judge, or McAdoo, or whoever been coaching up there, been doing a piss poor job. We can't blame Daniel Jones for what was going on right there. And and look, I had to retract my statements. I always thought Daniel Jones was trash, but you've also looked at his situation where he had poor coaching, had poor offensive line, and now you're in a situation where he actually has the right people in the right places to help him progress. So, I mean,
I think I agree with Matt. I think they should have the money. Here's my thing. Even look at it from this perspective.
Yeah.
He say he's not good enough to claim Lamar money, Joe Burrow money, Herbert money.
No.
He's not.
Herbert. Yeah, we need to have this conversation. My bad.
We had this conversation because we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you still put Herbert in that conversation.
I hear you.
You know, talent wise, you put him in that conversation.
I hear you.
And who else for a contract? Somebody else. I'm forgetting somebody now. But anyway, that's ones I remember. So he's not gonna claim that kind of money. So say he claimed he's good enough, and somebody offer him 20 mil. Okay, you look at that, you say, okay, we can afford that. Match it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that that does 2 things. One thing, it lets you know how much he's worth. So he know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might be wondering, I might be worth something. Okay, go and see what you're worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know what you're worth, but let's go see it. And then he sees it, you match it, you retain him. Both of y'all are happy. He see what he's worth. You know what I'm saying? He don't have this false pretense of what he think he is worth. You keep, I think what they have now, I think they got a good chemistry going with this team.
Tua is in that conversation. He'll be up for a contract extension next year too.
Tua waiting for a convalescent home. Tua need to go. Tua need to be looking at Shady Oaks. He gonna be lobotomized in a minute. Because speaking of quarterbacks, I saw this. I had to bring this up. I'm gonna play this video. I saw this. I want you to answer this question.
Be top 10 If he's coming back as one of the top 10 quarterbacks in football, he can't just come back and be basic. He can't just come back and be Rice. What do I mean by that? Rice takes on the flavor of whatever you add to it. Put some curry sauce on rice, cool. You go to Africa, you put some stew on rice. Rice takes on the flavor of what else you add to it. Cooper Rush was Rice. Defense was great. Oh, okay, we great. Defense was cool against the Eagles. Ooh. Dak Prescott can't be Rice. Dak Prescott has to be the whole meal. He's a $160 million quarterback. He has to be the entire meal. Appetizer, main course, dessert. It's not enough for Dak to come back and just look like Cooper. Sorry, Dak. It's not what they paid you for.
I like your recipe, right? I like what she's cooking, right? I think with Dak Prescott, I think he's a good quarterback. I don't know if he's top 10. That's a bit much. But for them to win games, let your defense go out there and win the games. Let them be the superstars of the team. Let Dak have the same type of game plan like Cooper Rush, right? Probably a little bit bigger, take a couple more shots, but make it safe. Run the ball well, and let him be, more consistent on his passing, more consistent on his playmaking. Things like that matter. So now you don't have all this pressure on Dak to be the $160 million quarterback. Let's go out there and just play. Take it a little bit off his shoulders. For example, the Dallas Cowboys are a type of franchise, they just want to win. The other guys you talked about, they got to put numbers up, right? We don't think the Cardinals are going to win no games. Little man be running around doing his little thing. Kyler Murray, I don't call little man, sorry. But Kyler Murray be doing his little thing. That's cool. That's flashy. But we want to win. Wait. Before I answer your question, because you didn't really ask yet, do you think he's special?
He's shown special tendencies.
Do you think he's special? Because all them guys you talked about, those dudes are special. And everybody in the locker room and the opposing teams think he's special. I think the Eagles don't think he's special. I think the Giants don't think he's special. I think, like they think how I think. I think he's a good quarterback.
I hope the Giants think he's special. They can't beat him.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's, they got Dayball. They got a whole new coach. What are they, 5-1 right now? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a loss to the Cowboys.
Okay, well, that's cool.
A loss to the Cowboys.
That's one game. That's cool. Anyway.
So you're saying he's not special?
I don't think he's special. I think he's a good quarterback. Special. We hold up. We all think that Dak is special.
Okay, now we're getting off the rails here because if Josh Allen is special,
right?
No, then I don't think Dak is that. I don't think Dak is a runaway Mack truck who also has a howitzer for an arm. No. But Dak has shown incredible poise. He's got way better accuracy than he gets credit for. And that stuff matters. No, he is not the most...
He's biased.
He was a 4th-round pick. I don't think anybody's arguing that he has these, special traits that nobody else has. If anything, that makes it more impressive that he's been able to make it work as well as he has.
So the question is Dak an elite quarterback?
No.
Is he a top 10 quarterback?
He can flirt as in top 10 because...
He top 10 and a half?
All right.
10 and a quarter?
Patrick.
Okay.
Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Justin Herbert.
Okay.
And I'm just going based off of what I think should be top 10, so that's fine.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady.
I don't know about Brady.
Okay.
Well, put him in there. Go ahead. Say you put him in there. I think Brady's better than Dak. Go ahead. Derek Carr. So that's 8. Okay. Did you say you already said Mahomes, right? I don't want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say you ain't leaving Mahomes out, did you? Stafford
throwing wise, I think is better. Yeah, that's 9.
All right. Who am I forgetting? Oh, is Jack better than Hurts?
Ooh, he's a better thrower as playing the full position of quarterback right now. I don't think he's better than Jalen Hurts.
Is he better than Wilson?
I couldn't take him over Russell Wilson.
Is he better
and that's not indicative of how Russell Wilson is playing right now. Because I think Denver is a whole mess. There's a lot going on with Denver that just ain't right.
I mean, even though I say it all the time, but Matt brought it up. Is he better than Kirk Cousins?
I think he's comparable to Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I know the joke has always been saying he's the black Kirk Cousins, but to me, he's the most comparable one to Kirk Cousins. in you don't have the greatest of talents, but you are accurate. You can win some games, but I've also seen both of them fold in high pressured important games. I've seen both fold in high. Look, this is my knock. This is my knock
Right.
on.
Is he better than a little man?
Here's
the thing, because
you don't have Kyler Murray. He don't have Kyler Murray talent, bro.
Here's the thing, because look at the argument that Shady was putting out there. He said Dak is a good quarterback. He's not an elite quarterback.
Special. He's not special.
He's not special.
It's not
and
special
that so when you start breaking that down, what's this? There's nothing special about that. You know, but Dak gets a lot of I like Dak. Don't get me wrong. Dak as a person seems like a cool guy. Yeah. You know, Watson too.
Deshaun Watson. We keep forgetting Deshaun Watson because he's suspended, but yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with what Shady was saying.
I don't have a problem with it at all because I think a lot of people feel that way about the situation when it comes to Dak Prescott. It's a lot of guys that one have talent, have proven that they got the talent, and two play with the talent and show off the talent. That literally, you know, you like, man, I could watch that guy. Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this way.
Go ahead.
There's certain times where you look at a quarterback matchup and say, bro, I would pay money for that.
Ant said Jimmy G.
Oh, don't do that. Come on. Don't do that. If anything, Dak is on the same level with Jimmy G and Kirk Cousins. Where they are
I can roll with that.
Where they are good enough to get you to where you need to go. But there's times where they will fold in high pressure situations.
Now, I don't want to bring up the game he played last week because he's coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? But in some ways, you do have to bring up he didn't look accurate. He did everything he could to get that game away. You know what I'm saying? A couple drop interceptions by the Lions.
Yeah.
You know, he took some sacks, and some of those sacks wasn't just, and it's not taking away from Aiden or Pascal, but some of them he held on the ball too long.
Yeah.
You know? So
but I mean, just look at his stat line. 19 for 25. Okay. You only missed 6 throws. I get it.
Special. That's not special.
But only 207 yards. If you're so accurate of 19 of 25, you only got 207 yards. You only got 1 touchdown. I mean, look at his QBR. It's 55. You're closer to average than you are special. The QBR rating of scale is 0 to 100. Yeah, at 55.
55.
This ain't your mediocre.
Yeah, and I here's the thing. Outside of Dallas Cowboy fans, I think no one would disagree with what we're saying. I think Jared Goff makes an excellent backup quarterback. I just don't think he started a quarterback in the league. I mean, I love having him as a backup quarterback because he's somebody that can come in, and if your quarterback goes down, he can keep you 500.
Yeah,
but he's not a starting quarterback, and that's me as a Lions fan. Now, Cowboy fans need to be just as realistic. You got a good quarterback, but he's not elite. He's not elite. You know, and I don't think what Shady said was wrong.
I don't either. Look, and like I was saying, there's nothing about Dak Prescott that says, whoa, I my hard-earned money to go see fucking Dak Prescott. I'm sorry. To me, that's what I measure. I want to see special matchups of quarterbacks. I want to see special talented quarterbacks. I'm going to go pay to go see Brady, Mahomes,
right?
Mahomes, Allen, Mahomes, Herbert, Mahomes, Burrow.
Here's what let you know. Here's let you know you got a special quarterback. When Dak had the pieces around him, Dak was winning. When he lost his pieces, you know, Dak was losing. Dak wasn't looking good. You take other quarterbacks that didn't have pieces around them, they still was looking good. They still percentage-wise was doing well. You know what I'm saying? Aaron Rodgers. Took the pieces around him. The reason why the Green Bay lost, it wasn't because Aaron Rodgers wasn't throwing the ball accurate. They was dropping the ball.
Yeah.
That's not on Aaron Rodgers.
He can't block, catch the ball too.
Right. So That's how you know you got a special quarterback, when you don't have pieces around you and you still produce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that be I'm not even talking about L's and W's. I'm talking about producing wise. You moving the ball, you putting the ball where it needs to be in the right location,
and you're
doing your job.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of not having the pieces in place.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. Don't get me wrong. This is not a bash Dak session.
No, it's not.
But I thought it was an interesting take that Shady had, and I didn't see any problem with it.
And then when you look at him play yesterday, it's not like he wowed you.
Right.
It's not like Shady was hating. You look at the game yesterday against statistically the worst defense in the NFL, and you're mediocre.
Right.
You're mediocre against the worst statistically defense in the NFL.
There you go.
Mediocre.
That's a good take. Both of them. I don't know about the Jimmy G one, but that's a good take what Matt said. I think.
What did he say? Put it back up.
Oh, which one? Oh, I put it back up.
Said Dak isn't special. He is just a solid starting QB. Yeah. He don't have that wow factor. There's nothing wow about Dak.
Okay,
you
now
know.
you start. You've been on here with Matt. You've been on here with Matt too long.
Relax, Ant. Relax, Ant.
But speaking to Ant's point, not that crazy one before, but the one before that, Jimmy G and Dak are interchangeable. So I don't think
I think they're one and the same.
I don't think I think Dak has a slight edge because Dak can run.
Yeah.
So I don't think you moving the needle too that much. Maybe one a game here and there, but you're not moving the needle that much. If you interchange them. I just don't see it.
That's a lateral move.
Yeah. And Jimmy proved it yesterday against the Canes against the Chiefs. You can say, "Oh, Chiefs is a good team." So is Buffalo, and they went head for head. It was a slobber knocker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want. As a fan of a particular team, of course you want the W. But as a fan of football, when you see two supposedly great teams, you want to see a good game.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to see 44 to 20 something? What's the final score?
Chiefs and Niners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 44-23 or something.
Yeah, something like that. You don't want to see that. That's not a good game.
No, it was a bad game. Jimmy had some turnovers, took some bad sacks. 44-23 was the final score.
Yeah, so So I don't think you move the needle too much. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, I don't think you move the needle too much with Jimmy G in Dallas. Then I don't think Jimmy can handle the pressure of being in Dallas.
That's another,
Dallas is a small market in New York.
It's funny you say that.
I mean, think about it. Think about the pressure when you're in the New York area.
You put the star in your helmet.
Yeah,
pressure
so
that comes
that's all.
with
That's what Dallas is. Dallas is a small market in New York. That's all it is. The pressure is there because you got that star on your helmet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Jimmy can handle that, but we only got the last 15 minutes. So we better go ahead and preview Monday night's game.
Nah. We could talk. We could talk about us.
I was like, because they're gonna take long.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take long to talk about that. What's up with the Buccaneers? Tom Brady.
Tom need to retire. He need to go ahead.
He shouldn't have came back.
He said he did act like he going to get some cigarettes, loaf of bread or whatever, and just walk away.
Our quarterback went to go get some milk and cigarettes, and he never came back.
For real, I agree with you. What you said though, he should have never came back, bro. And, I say it all the time. You go out on top. You want a Super Bowl? I'm out. Cause you prove all you need to prove. Okay, I won a lot with the Patriots. I prove I can win with the Patriots. I prove I can win without the Patriots. I'm out. You just settle both arguments.
Yeah.
And you go out on top. That's what you do. So you come back next year. And next year wasn't a bad season. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, you still go out with your legacy intact. Now people look at you like, the goat became a sheep. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
Let me be fair to Tom. It's not all his fault.
No, it's not. It's not.
Because I'll say this about the Buccaneers. Before that Chiefs game, they had one of the best rated defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs come through to Tampa Bay, they get rolled.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since that Kansas City Chiefs game, I it looks like
trolls in here, man.
I know, like crazy, dog. Bro, we've been having the Buccaneers defense been having some issues.
Right.
So answer me this: how the hell does a team like the Panthers, who are obviously struggling,
bro, they doing a fire sale in Carolina?
They've already traded away their best offensive weapon, and you get rolled.
I mean, you ain't score. You ain't get in the end zone, bro.
Didn't sniff.
It wasn't for the field goal. Y'all would have had no points.
Blanked, would have got shut out.
Right. By Carolina. And I ain't crapping on Carolina, but they wasn't talked about being no division winner when the beginning of the season. And then on top of that, but what they had before they started doing a fire sale.
They not good, man.
They're not a good team. It's just not.
They weren't a good team, and then you like you said, you trade away your top offensive player.
You signed an XFL quarterback.
You're probably gonna trade some more off that team.
Right.
And
so all that look for Nick. Hey, where that Nick guy at you usually have on here?
Yeah, they try to advertise the Nick. They be like, they know they buy it. But no, I don't know how you explain the fact that you lose in dominant fashion to a team that is literally trying to get rid of all their talent to build for the future.
It's not making sense, and I feel bad for the coach.
Todd Bowles, yeah,
because all this gonna come back to he can't coach. They ain't gonna look at the fact they lost a lot of pieces and didn't address that in the draft. They should address that in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lost a piece on the offensive line. You lost Gronk. That's Gracie Bell out right there.
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt, he throw it out. He air it out to Gronk.
Fine Gronk.
I mean, technically, you lost Antonio Brown. However you want to look at it, what I'm saying, but you still lost him. Because you gotta look at from the standpoint. You have to check
from the football eye.
Football, right? He's on the field. You have to play against.
You got to account for him.
So you just send him on fly routes and open up all underneath. He's still an asset.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, losing him. Who's your threat outside of Mike Evans? I mean, Godwin is your underneath guy, but he's not your deep threat, so to speak. Yeah. And most of your other players are underneath people.
Or they hurt.
Great. I mean, you got online. All your two tight ends underneath threats. They ain't no deep threat.
Brake was hurt. Brake's been hurt.
Right.
You haven't used Zach Randolph as your backup tight end who's played in the league.
Right.
Julio, who you got for the cheap, was like, hey, if he stays healthy, man, that might be something. And he stayed healthy.
They stay healthy.
Chris Godwin, had the ACL last year and been kind of in and out of the lineup from various injuries this year.
That messes up your timing and all that stuff.
Mess up your continuity.
Mess that up.
I know Matt Evans missed a game because of suspension. Dropped a sure touchdown yesterday. That was uncharacteristic.
His hands, bro. I'm like, how you drop that, bro?
Dropped it by himself, wide open.
Right, Matt. And Matt said, Carolina is one game away from first place. Carolina turned 2 first down picks for Burns. Yep.
Which I'm surprised that they did that.
I mean, what do you if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what do you do? At this point, I don't see too many teams you can beat if you can't beat Carolina. And like I said, I'm really not trying to knock on Carolina, but I'm just being honest about
just being realistic about the situation.
Being realistic. If you can't beat Carolina outside, maybe playing the Lions,
Chicago,
maybe Chicago, maybe Houston. Who you gonna beat?
Jacksonville finally came back down to earth, so you throw Jacksonville back in that conversation.
I still think they may be hard pressed to beat Jacksonville. I think Listen to what I'm saying. You don't think Jacksonville's on caliber?
I have put the Jacksonville Jaguars Kool-Aid down. It is down.
But here's the thing about Jacksonville.
Who we thought they were.
Oh, I'm not saying that they a great team, but even when they played the Giants game, they hung with them.
They had a chance to win it.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like the Giants was like dogging them.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So my point to that is that they don't think they're on the same level with Carolina at least.
Yeah.
So then I don't see them beating Jacksonville. Now look at that division.
Yeah.
Atlanta might beat them next time they play.
Mm.
New Orleans might beat them next time they play.
Yeah.
Then where that put you at the bottom of the division. You split with those two. You split with those two and hope that you beat Carolina again. Carolina sweep you, then that puts Carolina above you.
That puts you at the very bottom.
That puts you at the very bottom. It don't look good.
No,
it don't look good.
You don't look good so far.
You know what I'm saying? You either go back.
They got a quick turnaround. Guess where they got to go on Thursday?
London.
No, they got to go to Baltimore.
Who going to London? Somebody going to London. I saw it on the thing real quick. I can't remember who it is. Oh, they going to Baltimore too?
Yeah, Tampa Bay is going to Baltimore on Thursday on short rest.
Yeah.
Good luck.
No, I mean, that ain't good. Not for the 45-year-old. Short rest.
Well, no, okay, my fault. They don't have to go to Baltimore, but they play Baltimore. It's in Tampa Bay, but
still a short rest to play.
To answer your question, it's Broncos and Jaguars who are going to
Broncos and Jaguars.
London.
I don't see that shit.
No.
I ain't go. I'm gonna get up and watch it. I'm staying in bed.
Let me get my rest.
Catch a couple more Z's.
Let me get my rest.
I don't think people in Denver want to see that. For real.
But you know what? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers aren't the only team struggling. You got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers still struggling, man.
Man, that meme with him with his head down. I can watch that over and over again. Got that mug on repeat. For real. I mean, here, look, man. Like I said, I can be honest, even if I don't like somebody.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a good player. I mean, he's still a great player.
Yeah.
Thanks, Matt. We mentioned your Giants, man. They're 6-0.
Oh my gosh.
But the way this team is looking and playing, they're gonna just be above Chicago and the Lions. That's it. Mm-hmm. Minnesota got this. It's like Minnesota got this, man.
Got the North. Oh, for sure.
For sure. I mean, this is Minnesota division now. At least as of this year.
You got the 3-4 struggling Packers whose schedule doesn't lighten up. They got to go to Buffalo next week. Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's an L.
Yeah, you got 2-4 Chicago, and you got 1-5 Detroit Lions.
Right.
You know, A-Rod said, "F the team, pay me, and you see the results." Here's the deal with the Packers.
You might see 3 teams in NFC East in the playoffs. Yeah, you're right. All on Washington.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, okay. Have your fun, but I'm telling you right now, if the Giants ever saw the Chiefs right now, the Chiefs would stomp your Giants. They would stomp a mud hole in your Giants. I don't care how great a sport y'all think the Giants are.
I'm gonna give props to them. Giants is doing well. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how
I give them their props too. But come on. Hey, look, I've defended the Giants. I've defended the Giants of their schedule because the fact of the matter is,
you got a top 5 picks next year.
He said Lions going to have the top 5 picks.
They got top 5.
All 5.
All 5. That's how bad they're gonna be. Man, just give them all 5. You all help they can get.
but to get back on topic about the come on, Matt, bruh.
The Jets and the damn Commanders.
Hey man. Since we're gonna go there, since we're going there, I tried to defend.
Wait, he's saying you wrong. You saying you wrong about them losing to the Chiefs, or what he wrong about?
He's saying lose to the Chiefs. Look,
okay.
Look, I gave the Giants their credit. But when you beating the Titans, the Panthers, you're beating the Bears. Come on, you beating the Jaguars, you beating bottom feeders. And look,
that's not true, Matt. That is not true.
That is not true, man.
Y'all talking about Giants ever since I joined.
Y'all, I've gave you credit for the Giants this year about having a 5-1, 6-1 record. I've gave them their props.
I dogged it up until this year.
Matter of fact, I've defended the Giants because a lot of people are going to look at their schedule and be like, oh, well, y'all ain't played nobody. I gave them, look, at the end of the day, the NFL schedule makers make the schedule and you play who's in front of you. And they've won. I gave them their credit. But I'm looking at the Giants who are barely beating bottom feeder teams. They cannot stand a chance with a team like the Chiefs who are playing a first place schedule and are playing the elite competition teams in the NFL. And they're beating them. To me, it's two different teams. We're looking at two different rosters. We're looking at let's not compare quarterbacks. All right. You don't want to start there. All right. So let's not do that. Let's not compare rosters. There's going to be more elite talent on the Kansas City Chiefs than the New York Giants. And there's a difference between just having elite talent and actually having a talented team. The Chiefs are a talented team. There's nothing special about the Giants, and I give you your credit. You're winning. You're 6-1. Hell, you are in a position to make the playoffs. You are in a position to possibly win the division. That's where you're at. Let's be realistic about the Giants. Yeah. You are in a position to win the division.
I don't think it can be Philly though.
Philly's that's a tough ass to do.
I don't think it can be Philly. I'll be impressed they beat Philly.
I'd be very impressed if they beat Philly.
No, don't get me wrong. I think Philly gonna fall off eventually, but I'll be impressed if the Giants beat Philly. That'd be a quality win.
But here's my litmus test. The Giants had the opportunity to show that they were the cream of the crop of the division against Dallas, and you couldn't get the job done. They beat you. You didn't get the job done. Say what you want. You didn't get the job done. All right. Come on, winning the AFC South is like winning a high school division right now. That ain't nothing spectacular. Ravens love giving up games.
Yeah, especially this year, they've really been giving up games. I'm like, what is y'all doing?
Green Bay
gave a game against Cleveland yesterday.
Yeah, almost did. Yeah, and Green Bay, and I don't know what the hell's going on with these cats, but I'm not making no excuses. End of the day, the Giants are 6-1 and they're winning the games. I will always give them credit and just do for that. But there's other teams that are far more talented than they are, and it is what it is. And right, but you're struggling to beat the Jaguars. The Jaguars almost got you. You're talking about the Panthers almost got you. The Panthers.
The Tampa Bay Killers.
The Tampa Bay Killers almost got you. Come on, man. Matt, you my dog. Chiefs put a stump of mud hole in them Giants right now, man. You had the opportunity to show that you can compete in your division, and you didn't get the job done against the Cowboys. In my opinion, the Cowboys, they Nah, Chiefs gave away that game. Chiefs shot themselves. And look, it's no excuse. Coach won.
Mm-hmm.
They won. They got the W. But when you talking about playing a first place schedule against first place teams for the last 4 or 5 years, guess where the Chiefs are always at? They're one of the last conversating teams. The Giants always been picking top 5, top 10. This will be the only year y'all won't pick in top 5.
I can't get in this conversation. As Ant already pointed out, we'll be having the first 5 picks.
All 5. With the first pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit. With the second pick in the NFL draft, the Detroit. Third, fourth, and fifth, the Detroit Lions pick.
And then knowing Brad, even picking last couple of years, they probably end up picking somebody. I was like, why y'all picking this guy? He got a torn ACL. Why you got him?
Yeah, I hear you. But come on, Matt. To end the show and end the conversation, I'm proud of what you Giants and the Jets are doing. I'm proud of what New York is doing as a football.
The Jets look good too.
They look good, but
Good.
both teams had a lot of injuries coming out those games yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's a 17-game season now. It ain't 16. It's even more of a marathon now than it was a couple of years ago.
Right.
So at this point, it's a good start. Now that you get into the meat and potatoes of the season, when you got to get into the middle of the season and the back half of the regular season, is it sustainable? And that's where the Giants will have to prove the people wrong. Mm-hmm. I love the start of the Giants and the Jets, but you gotta prove it, not just in September and October. I gotta see where you at in December. I gotta see where you at, and I gotta see where you at in January. Are you getting prepared for the playoffs, or are you with your travel agent? Which one are you doing?
We preparing for the draft.
Oh, come on, man. Y'all was preparing for the draft last night.
Right. We preparing for the draft. For real.
Lions were preparing for the draft last night.
You know who look good next to me over here?
Boy. There's a lot of players that look good in Honolulu Blue.
Right. that Jared Goff tried to get a game away. I'm gonna roll out and take the sack. I was like, bro, you gonna roll out and I ain't throw the ball?
Bet, man. But no, that's our show. A good conversation.
Let's preview the game right quick. Who gonna win tonight's game?
For what? We got Amazon Prime matchup on Monday night. I don't know how Amazon Prime finally had a good game on Thursday with the Saints and Cardinals, and after those two horrific matchups they had, they said give it a Monday night. And so, but go ahead. Who you think got it, man?
Who was it? Chicago and who playing again?
Chicago Patriots.
Yeah, Chicago Patriots.
That's how bad it is. Yeah.
I'm going with the Patriots.
Oh yeah, I think it's a no-brainer.
I think Bailey Zappi and them boys are going to send Fields back to Chicago.
I'm happy for Zappi, bro. I'm happy for Zappi.
Right.
You know,
back on the Giants for losing to Dallas when you.
Yeah, but the same shitty teams you keep claiming are the ones y'all struggling to beat. The Colts are on the same level with the Jaguars, and y'all struggle with the Jaguars. Y'all struggle with the Panthers. Y'all struggle with shitty teams. You may get the W, but you're struggling. You leave them in the game. I can at least say that the Chiefs shot themselves in the foot.
I agree with you on that one, Ant.
The Lions coach wasn't looking at the playbook. He was looking at the if I had this guy, man, we might win.
Right. But that's our show, y'all.
Yeah,
let's wrap it up.
Yeah, come join me tonight, man. We could continue the conversation tonight after we'll watch this Monday Night Football game, and we'll discuss that. We'll discuss any other topics. So the Chiefs are winning too. You acting like y'all so far ahead of the Chiefs one game. Oh wow. But you see what happens when fans of losing teams start winning? They just start talking reckless like hell, man.
I
love it.
Wait till the Lions start when I'm on this butt naked.
All right, that's definitely a show. Any talks at male naked, that's the end of our show. That is the damn end of our show.
Dick all the way out.
Yeah. Hey, it's been real. Wild Card More, Detroit Mail. Peace and love, y'all. I don't know what's up with this guy.